Hey, what's up, everyone? It's your girl, Cherrell. I'm the host of Let's Talk the Show, and this ain't a podcast. I want to thank you guys for joining me this Tuesday, like you guys do every Tuesday. But today is special because it is International Women's Day. Woo! And tonight we are honoring and celebrating the Honorable Ketanji Brown Jackson. Woo, you guys. So before we jump into the episode, you guys know how we have to do. You guys have to give me something that you're grateful for. Let's turn it out like that. Okay, there we go. Okay, so before we move forward, you guys got to give me something that you're grateful for, and I will kick it off. Today, I am grateful for, I don't know, I always feel like mine be so regular, so not really grateful. Honestly, I'm really grateful to just have good people around me who listen to my ideas and help me when I'm struggling. That's what I'm grateful for today, okay? I'm super excited. Sure, look a little crooked. I don't know what's going on. Okay, so yes, let me make sure you guys know, as you're joining, make sure you hit the little arrow in the lower right corner. It's in this conversation to 3 friends you think might love it. We are going to be honoring, let me get a picture up here, the Honorable Ketanji Brown Jackson. You guys, I'm super excited to be honoring her tonight because it is International Women's Day. And what better way to celebrate than honoring this Black woman who is making major moves, okay? Before I go any further, you guys see, I never really wear lipstick. I have lots of lipsticks, but I'm really like a lipstick girl. I'm really a lip gloss woman. Lipstick is like special occasion, okay? And I don't know, I don't be feeling like red really be my color. I feel like this red though, okay, by the lip bar, okay? See, I had to throw in the red, okay? Okay, because of International Women's Day, what better way to honor women than to celebrate and give shout outs? This red is Boss Lady by the Lip Bar. They are celebrating their 10-year anniversary and they are doing a collab in Detroit, huge collab with none other than Mia Ray of Glamaholics. She's the creator of Glamaholics, and they have it on lock. So make sure you guys check out the Lip Bar and Mia Ray Glamaholics as well. So let's jump right into it. So 1 second, guys. Left my notes. All right. So, I'm sorry about that, guys. I'm back here. So like I said, we are honoring tonight Ketanji Brown Jackson. I want to make sure I say her name right because this deserves the respect. And she is the first African American woman ever nominated to the Supreme Court. Okay. And just so we're clear, there've only been 2 other people of color that have been nominated to the Supreme Court. If I'm not mistaken, it is Clarence something and Thurgood Marshall, right? So let me guys give you some things that you should absolutely know about Ketanji Brown Jackson. Okay, she obviously this is a historical pick because she's no other African American woman has ever been nominated to the Supreme Court ever. And she was born in DC. She was raised in Miami. She is a Harvard Law grad. Okay, and she graduated with honors as well. Also, I just got to give it up to our good sis Ketanji. She is also a member of the AKA. She's an AKA, you guys. So we got to give it up to her. Shout out to all the AKAs in the building. So yeah, she's also a former public defender. And one cute little thing about Ketanji is that her daughter, I believe it's when Barack Obama was announcing his Supreme Court pick. Her daughter actually wrote in and said that her mother should be nominated, which I think is super cute. She is also married to a surgeon and they have 2 children together, right? So I had actually been reading about Ketanji. She's been popping up everywhere. Obviously, if you're in the news, I follow a lot of news pages, and I've been meaning to follow them niggas. They're stressful. A lot of news pages, but she's been popping up everywhere because this is such a historical pick. But let me say this: what makes her pick so historical outside of her race is her experience, and that is why a lot of people have really been going to bat for Ketanji. She is a former public defender. She's also currently serving, I believe, on the DC Circuit Court. I want to make sure I'm saying that right. And she has received bipartisan support, which means that she's getting support from the Democrats and the Republicans as well. And so, yes, she served in DC court last few years. And even everyone that's talking about her right now, which she's a huge deal, right? Everyone that is talking about her is even saying that this is a historical pick because never has a Supreme Court justice had as much criminal defense experience as Ketanji, right? They even went back further to quote her in her high school quote, saying that she wanted to be to get a judicial pick eventually in her career. She has just excelled across the board with like flying colors, right? This is why it's so huge that President Biden is picking Ketanji Brown Jackson nominating Ketanji Brown Jackson as a Supreme Court justice. He's nominating her to the Supreme Court. During this day, it's International Women's Day, and I really want to talk about something else. I got this idea from a friend, so shout out to my friend for helping with this, because I thought about it, but I didn't really know how people would respond. But I'm glad I did it, because it's important. Not that, I know like for Black History Month, we celebrated Black love a little bit in politics, but we really just stopped at Barack and Michelle Obama. But it's really important that I still keep you guys updated with what's going on in politics, and that we should also be very aware. I know that sometimes, even for myself, politics can seem so overwhelming with just the vocabulary. It just seems like a lot sometimes. And it's like the moment you think you know something, you know nothing, And then it just seems like there's a lot of historical context that you really need in order to really understand politics. And I think that's true too. You need to really know what's going on before in order to get understanding what's going on now sometimes. But I just wanted to say that we should all be paying attention, even when the nominations don't look like us, because whether or not they look like us, they definitely still affect us. I did want to say that since we're bringing up people that look like us, one thing that I wasn't even shocked about was that they asked Ketanji, I wish I could remember his name. They asked Ketanji, I believe during like her, I want to say like an interview, they asked her, how will race affect her decisions? And how has it affected her being the judge that she was and the judge that she'll become? And I have yet to look that up, but I want to know, not look that up, I have yet to look up, has that question ever been asked to any white nominees, And I just, it's almost like they're saying, I know you Black, you're not going to get in here and start letting Black people off the hook, is you? Like, that's what it sounds like. But we know that from Ketanji's experience and from the cases that she's been on, that is not the case, and that most people have said that she is a very thorough, methodical. People have said that she does her due diligence, and that she is a very passionate woman about whatever it is. They have nothing to say but great things about her and spoke so highly of her. And we're not going to try to reduce this amazing woman to just being a Black woman and assuming that she's going to get in there and just fluke off, Black people. No. Ketanji Brown Jackson is an amazing woman, and I really cannot wait to see her get her spot on the Supreme Court. I cannot wait to see everything that she does. I've even looked at like some of the cases in I think they call it opinions that she's been on. A lot. I saw several of them about the Food and Drug Administration. She served on, she's had several rulings on those. I even saw that. So let me tell you an interesting thing. So I'll give you some background on her family. So her parents work, I think her mom is a school principal, and her father, I believe, served as the chief of police, if I'm not mistaken. She had an uncle also served as another chief of police. And then she had a brother serve as a police officer as well. While she, I believe, was in college, an uncle of hers went to jail for a non-violent cocaine conviction. And she worked hard to get that overturned. She worked hard and took on his case pro bono, which means like for free. And then she worked really hard to help get his sentence commuted, and he was let go. And so this just goes to show that this woman does not only have a passion for law, but she respects the law, and she has a passion for her family and for her community. And I really am excited to see what this means for Black women, our representation, because we know that representation is everything. And I can't remember who said this, that when you change the representation, you change the objective on the table. You know what I'm saying? And it matters when we get people in there look like us. Being that Black women are one of the most educated groups of women in the fastest growing sector of small businesses, it's important that we get people as high as the Supreme Court that look like us, and I'm super excited that Ketanji Brown is up there, and I am rooting for her to get this spot. I wanted you guys to know that even they said that, I think they said the vetting process or like some type of meeting is supposed to take place on March 21st. You guys can Google that. But so make sure you guys be on the lookout for around the time March 21st for her interview. I don't want to call it an interview, before the vetting process. She is an amazing woman. This means a lot for Black people. And I really want to say this. I've seen the cases that she spoke on, and even I have to look this up because I did get a chance to look it up. But the 100-to-1 crack penalty is something that she really talked about, and that it sounded like she was saying it was unfair to people of color. And that is something that they need to review. She's really just, she's just really spoke on a lot of things. She has no one lane that she sticks to. She seems to be very passionate and thorough about whatever case it is. And they aren't all just the same type of cases, She's been a public defender, and people have said that she doesn't lose that human touch. I do want to say this. The family that she is married to, her husband, is a part of what they call the Boston Brahmin, which means that these are an elite group of upper class people from Boston. And this goes back centuries. And let me tell you guys, I didn't know what the Boston Brahmin was, but I looked it up, and I swear to God, it goes back to like 1757. I think that's like the earliest person that was like born. I can't remember. And let me not say that's the earliest person born. The Boston Brahmin is composed of families. So I saw that there was the Hollowells, there was her husband's name is Jackson. They had several families that made up the Boston Brahmin, and she is married into the Jackson family. Her husband is a sergeant, like I said, and so she has the power and the force to make things happen. And I'm super excited to see them happen. And yeah, I think that's all I really got. I really just want to, celebrate her. This is huge for us. And like I said, we really need to pay attention about what's going on in the news, especially politics, even though I know it can be overwhelming because it seems like we don't know, and the terminology. But we still have to pay attention, even when the options don't look like us. We need to be, if you hear something, just Google it. It doesn't hurt to Google what they're talking about. And yeah, we got to stay up to date. And we got to root for our girl. And we always have, and you know what? Excuse me. We have to make sure we get out there and vote. Excuse me. We have to make sure that we get out there and vote when it's our time to vote. Not that we have to vote for Ketanji. I believe the Senate, just a few Senate votes will confirm her nomination. And we are rooting for her to be confirmed into the Supreme Court. Yeah, I'm super excited. She is an AKA, which is like, she's part of the Divine Nine, which is super, super cool because like everybody knows HBCUs, like even at the PWIs, the Divine Nine and, the Greek fraternities and sororities are super important to Black culture. And that's super dope. Also, I wanted to say, speaking of Black culture, her parents are actually graduates of HBCUs too. So she comes from, a, excuse me, she comes from a very educated background. And even if she didn't, she's clearly worked hard to get where she has. And nobody's speaking ill of her. And I'm really happy, and I really hope that she continues to receive the amount of support and love that she's getting. And we have to continue to lift our good sis up. Yeah, and I think that's all I have for you guys today for International Women's Day. I'm super excited. And make sure you tell a woman you love thank you today. I'm spitting and I'm choking. But that's all I have for you guys today. I'm going out the same way I can. I'm so sorry. I am going out the same. I'm so sorry, you guys. I am going out the same way I came in. And I am grateful for the resilience that God is instilling in me to go no matter what. To go no matter what. And to remember, I'm not doing this for man. I'm doing this for God. That's what I'm grateful for. So that's all I got for you guys today. Thank you so much for tuning in. I really appreciate you guys. Yeah, my name is Cherrell Carter. I'm the host of Let's Talk the Show, and this ain't a podcast. I'll see you guys next Tuesday. Bye.